I'm gonna wait and see if anyone comes in. Well, hello. How's everybody today? I'm so sorry that I do not give notice. I don't know how to do that yet. Hi, how are you today? Where are you at? Hi. So glad y'all are here. Thank you for coming. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to talk about something that just happened yesterday, and it's kind of a touchy subject, and I know that I do try to expose people because before summer I was kind of in the dark. I was kind of hello. So glad y'all are here. um Hi, UK. Oh no, I can't sleep at night either. I don't know what it is. But so I was saying, like, I was kind of sort of sheltered growing up. My mom was kind of overprotective, and I ended up being that way with my kids. And so when Summer came up missing, I found her by the Amber Alert. So, and like everybody else, South Kentucky. I'm in North Carolina. The age. um, so I was overprotective with my kids, and when Summer's case came along, I was just kind of overwhelmed with all the scenarios that could be happening. You know what I mean? It's just it literally could be anyone in this case. I mean, there is so many just shady characters. And one of the scenarios that's been out there. um oh, really? I didn't know that. I don't know if that's a good thing. um Kingsport. Hey, there's my single mama 4. How you doing tonight? So, I was just kind of naive to this whole thing. And one of the scenarios with Summer was a possible trafficking um, issue, either by the parents or someone that could know the family. And so, like, I just started just realizing what a problem this is. It's just insane. It's alarming, is what it is. I think it's so sick. It's so sick. But I wanted to tell the story because we have to talk about this. If we don't talk about this, then we're just going to all remain in the dark. And oh, you're welcome. It's good to see you in here. All of you. Thank you for being here. We have to talk about it. If we don't talk about it, nothing's going to get done. And yesterday I did the story about uh, the sheriff in Florida who is doing huge, amazing things. Well, I came across this story, and it's disturbing on a lot of levels. I'm a Christian, so as a Christian, this bothers me. Um, a certain aspect of the whole thing bothers me, but don't get me wrong, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. So I'll go ahead and tell y'all what happened. So in Floyd County, Georgia, and maybe you've heard about this story already, but there is a sheriff by the name of Dave Robertson, and he's only been serving since the first of this year. He has served for 25 years as a police officer. But in this investigation, the GBI was involved, the Secret Service, the U.S. Secret Service, and the Cobb County Police Department as well. Okay, so this was only a 2-day operation, and it blows my mind that they got this much done in 2 days. So it makes me want to say, hey, let's all get on board. Let's demand more from our sheriff's department and our police department. And I think overall they're good. But, I think sometimes complacency is a problem, and people don't always have that same drive as when they first get into law enforcement. So they had, it is, in Summer's case, is very disturbing. And that's why I try to talk about these things, because we have to make some changes, and it may fall back on us citizens making sure the right people are in office. So there was an operation called Operation Spring Cleaning. Did you hear about this, single mom? So these agencies, over a two-day period, they started noticing suspicious cyber activity. Okay. There was a total of 7 people who were arrested, from Rome to Cave Springs and other areas. Like I said, hi, Nebraska. I bet you're getting some cold weather. We're supposed to have snow tomorrow. It was almost 70 today. It's supposed to drop 30 degrees tonight. Woohoo! Anyways, and I think, single mom, you're supposed to get some of that too. And anyway, so 7 people were completely arrested, and I want you to be aware that some of this is disturbing. Okay, so please take note of that. It's disturbing to me, but like I said, I feel like we have got to talk about these things. Grandma Rose. Okay, like I said, there were 7 people arrested in total. Okay, the victims of this case, age 2 to age 12. It's very alarming. The sheriff said that they obtained 10 search warrants in all. They confiscated gaming devices, telephones, cell phones, laptops, storage devices, videos, sexual devices. And they said that the file encrypting was very sophisticated. And this will blow your mind. He said, if all of this material, yes, it's very disturbing. I'm giving y'all a trigger warning. So please, 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 if you can't listen to it, I do not blame you, but I think that we have to talk about this so that some change comes. Oh, mine are going crazy too, sneezing 20 times in a row and all that. But if they had printed off all of the material that these people had on their devices, that it would fill an entire semi-truck, the back of a semi-truck. There were easily, they said, millions of files, millions. And they are on online chat groups, Messenger. We just have to be really careful, not just for ourselves, of course, but our children. We don't want them stumbling across some of these things, and they're using Snapchat. They're using, I'm going to post after this, I am going to post a sheet that they say, hey, Venomous, hope you're doing good today. I'm going to post a sheet of websites that they say that we should be aware of. It is ridiculous. It's infuriating. It makes my blood boil. And as I get into this, I'm gonna expose their faces. I'm going to talk about these people, and we have to we have to do something. If it's just being aware of other people's children in public, if you see something going, something funky going on or whatever. But like I said, there were 7 people arrested, and they said that there is a very good chance that there will be more arrests because they made over 300 contacts. I don't believe children should be on social media. I really don't. I think it's just too dangerous. And when you look at how many children disappear every day, there's one every minute. So that's a lot. So let me see if I can pull these pictures up. I tried to. I'm not great at this, but I'm going to see what I can do because I want y'all to see who I'm talking about. These people just, oh God, they make me so mad. So mad. I am getting a little better about this, so I don't think it'll be that bad today. I hope. Okay. Let's pull up the first creep. Well, oh Lord. Really? I had this problem last night. How did I pull it up? Okay, I can do this. For some reason, it's saying my files are corrupt when I try to do this, but I think I can do it this way. I got to remember how I did this. I had to share my whole screen. I am so sorry, y'all. I think that I think I get better and then I don't. Jeez Louise. Wonder if I share this, let me try it this way. Okay, so this first guy that I'm trying to pull up for you right now, his name is Jackie Stephen Autry. And why is it doing this? Oh, I know what to do. Hold on. I think so. Let's see. I am sorry, y'all. I even practiced this before I even got here. My gosh. Okay, let's see. Open with, I think this is going to, oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? It may not let me on. Okay, Lord. All right, well, this makes me mad. I even practiced it. I got it to work just fine. Let's see. Shoot. Well, let me see if I can do this. This first guy, his name is Jackie Stephen. He's 64 years old. And extract all. Maybe this will work. He was arrested with, he was arrested with videos, pictures, pipes with methamphetamines. Shoot. I don't know what I'm doing. You're going to be patient with me. I might try to figure it out if, golly, y'all. I'm sorry. I swear I don't know. I've got an old computer. I think that's part of it. So this guy, let's see. Maybe I can just, maybe I can pull it up big enough to where y'all can at least see who I'm talking about. Let's see. Oh, give me just one more second. I'll give it one last try. Let's see. Maybe I can do like this. Wait a minute. I might be onto something here. Nope. day. Oh God, man, I'm gonna lose all y'all before I get through this. Okay, let me just go through this, and then I'll go back and try to do this. And if I can't, oh, shits and giggles is here. Oh, day Lord. I'm so glad to see y'all. Okay, let me go through this, and I'll give it a whirl at the end. And if I can't make it happen, what I'll do is I will upload the pictures for y'all after the fact. And that really stinks, but the story will be out here. So we got 64-year-old Jackie Steve Autry. He is this is something that bugs me. He can bail out for $15,000 bond. $15,000 bond for that? No, it's not. But I was explaining that just Summer's case. I just want to. Hey, Jennifer, I just want to bring awareness to it, and yeah, it's in Georgia. Yeah, it's in Georgia. It is. Um, but I want to bring awareness to it because it's like a really big problem, and if our law enforcement isn't on top of this, we need to make sure we get the right law enforcement in. So that's kind of where my head's at. Then we've got 26-year-old Richard Allen Castleman. He was charged felony computer pornography, explicit videos, and he is out. It is actual news. Yes. Yep. Pineapple Pam. um, no, but I'll tell you what, Benny Keys is giving Ernie a run for his money these days, I do believe. I think he is going to stay on Ernie until Ernie cracks or whatever. Oh, really? Well, I don't know. I know there's a lot of people after him. I don't know a whole lot about him. I know his brother murdered somebody, and there's allegedly or possibility of him driving him that day. I don't know. Don't take that to the bank because I'm not sure. That's just something I heard. And yes, in Tennessee, a lot of the people that I talked to when I was over there, sex trafficking is a huge area. I mean, over there in Tennessee. And I think it's partly because they got the highway that runs all the way to the other side of the United States. Just Ernie's in jail? What? Oh my gosh, I didn't hear that. Oh dear. Well, he probably deserves it, I guess. If you're there, there's got to be a reason. So yeah, and it does, and that's something that we really have to be aware of because, like, if a child's picked up, say in Tennessee, they can be gone in a couple of hours. You know what I mean? And the same runs from Maine to Florida, and it's just crazy, and I can't wrap my head around it. I don't understand it because it just doesn't make sense, like why anyone. I mean, when I look at a child, I say, "Oh, look at the baby," And when these people are sick, I mean, these people just have got the most demented minds. I can't even. I just can't wrap my head around it. He did what? I'll put that up. I know I'm getting sidetracked, but yeah, I don't know. He's a strange cat, if you ask me. So this Tyler, he's 23 years old. Oh, I didn't do 27. I got Jason Michael Grass, 27 years old. Listen to these ages; they're young. He's he was charged with marijuana charge, receiving and exchanging videos and photos. And he has a felony computer pornography charge. Um, yeah, nobody's perfect. Lord knows. Lord knows. Then we've got, he's released on bond. Then we've got 23-year Tyler Antonio Johnson, explicit material, of course, with children. He's released on bond, felony computer. I'm going to save this last one because this is like mind boggling. Then we've got 24-year-old Joab Hayden Stewart. Okay, sexually explicit materials. He's released on bond, 15,000. Gosh, I haven't heard anything about Benny being arrested. Have y'all? I haven't heard anything about that. What would he be arrested for? Being loud and obnoxious? No, I haven't heard that. Does anyone know if Benny was arrested? Has anyone else heard that? I haven't heard that. So then there was a 16-year-old teenager who has also been arrested for this. And of course, they're not going to release his name because he's a minor. And that's concerning to me because, yeah, they're, well, all but one. Well, all but two. The 64-year-old, he's not out yet. And then we've got this one that I'm fixing to talk about. He's 24 years old, 25 years old. His name is Austin Ray Pickens. Okay. He's a youth pastor, y'all. A youth pastor. And this guy, I don't know. Oh gosh, I hope not. I really hope that something like this didn't happen this summer. I can't, it's too hard to think about. But it is dragging on, and this is something that we can't not think about with her because of all the SOs in the area. And oh my goodness. Yeah, see, that's trying to arrest somebody for nothing is not good. That's not good. So this youth pastor, okay, it gets sensitive here, y'all. So he took in a child, and he's 25. He took in a child that didn't have any family and no support system. Oh my, you know what? I'm going to put that up because that is a very interesting, that very well could be because they have been like going at each other hard. So, but yeah, I don't want to go here with Summer, but the thing is, we know Dawn's passed. We know all the people that they've had in and out of the home. And you have to, we can't rule anything out. Everything's still on the table, right? Lawson says. But this guy took in a child who had no family, who had no support system, and he began molesting this young man. And he was forcing him to perform in child pornography, and he was filming it and taking pictures and trading it. And they did rescue this child from this, but he's already, I don't know, I couldn't find out how long he's been there. And you know, Venomous, I was telling on another live I did that I live in a small town in North Carolina, and right here we have gangs, and I'm talking smaller than Rogersville. We have gangs. I've seen kids that I've watched play ball, go into prostitution. They are drug dealers, in and out of jail. So it's everywhere, you know. Yeah, I don't know how people make it out of jail, but I'm really worried about this young man because this young boy, because this was just so concealed. And like I said, he's a youth pastor. And actually, they're wanting, let's see, what is the name of his church? I'll bring that up here in a minute. But they're wanting other people, if anybody's had any, hey, Duardini, um, anybody's had any contact with him, they're looking into whether he's done this to other children. So it's important to talk about, because somebody might hear it and say, oh my gosh, my child was around this person. So, and his mother actually came out and spoke on the news, and she was just hysterical. She's like, this isn't true. That isn't true. He didn't do these things. Of course, you don't want to believe. Yes, we need much harsher laws. And that's why I want to talk about this, because I think we have to hold our authority figures to a higher standard. I mean, we need to expect more out of them. You protect our children. If we had more people like Grady Judd, that's down in Florida right now, sweeping the streets, then if everybody would do that, something actually might begin to change. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but this woman, it was so upset. She's like, no, not he's my good child. He's the one that was always you know, in church and all of this. And and now he's looking at felony aggravated child molestation. It's just and the church that he was attending, if you know anybody in this area, it's Grace Fellowship Baptist Church in Floyd County. And we need to I hope they find out if there's any more victims. But if you think about just these 7 people that were arrested, okay? Yeah, Grady Judd, love him. These 7 people, they had enough material off of their devices to fill a semi truck. A semi truck. This is 7 people. 7 people. So where are all these children? They're somewhere. These kids are out there somewhere being abused. It's unacceptable. It's so unacceptable. And the sheriff, he made a statement. He's like, people who engage, it is so disgusting. It's so infuriating me. It just bothers me deeply. That people who engage in child pornography, just the pornography aspect of it, they're more than likely that they will go and abuse a child in their lifetime. I think, you know what I honestly think? This is terrible. I honestly think that all of them have been subjected to this kind of thing their whole life. You look at Grandis's brother. I did a story on him. He's a sick individual. And the molestation on both sides is just like generational. And I think that it's become so normalized to them. And yeah, I love Shay. I love Shay. I love when she gets all feisty. But I'll put this up. And and this is true. And that's why I keep talking about this, because I do think that there are people higher up that have to know this stuff is going on. They have to. You can't tell me that Ronnie Lawson, even though he said that the drugs over there in that area are no worse than anywhere else, I'm here to tell you that's not true, because I've been doing research on the area, and I'm telling you, they know what's going on down there. It is not a dead end road. Actually, Ben Hill it's like a dirt road. Let me put that up there. You can actually get to, it says it's a dead end road, but you can actually go all the way to the highway at the end of Ben Hill Road. Yes, it's true. So somebody from that area could have easily gone out the back way, and nobody would have seen them going down Ben Hill Road or Beach Creek. And I hate to think that Summer was taken, but there's so much shady stuff, including her parents. They're shady. They've done a lot of shady stuff in their life, and I can't not consider them myself. I have to. And Grandis, getting back to what the question was about, what do I think about Grandis being in both places with Rose and Summer missing? I think, like I said, I think it's a generational thing. I think it's very common for them. And I hate to say it would not put it, this is just my opinion. We've got no facts. But I would not put it past Dawn or Candace to be, I don't know how to say this without lending her out or whatever you want to say. And I can't understand why the LE didn't impound all of the vehicles and comb them. And then, and then she gets in her truck, goes to Wisconsin, and comes back. And did y'all see the back of her truck? I did like a short clip on that. Like, I was watching the drone footage of when it first happened, and like the bloodline. Oh my gosh, that is so wrong. That is so wrong. But and she comes back with her tailgates red. Now it could have been, I don't know, maybe she got in an accident or something and she had her tailgate replaced. I don't know what the deal is there, but I just think everybody's story stinks and they need to be pulling them in and like putting the light on them and not letting them sleep and don't let them have a cigarette and just like drill them, and and now I got to say this, I did hear that the TBI took over Summer's case overall, and I think that that's probably putting a little pressure on the local law enforcement to try to stay on top of it. But I just, yeah. Yes, I agree with you. Shady. And I'm listening to some other stuff. I don't want to get into it right now because like I'm trying to piece some things together, and I don't want to talk about it before I absolutely know what I'm talking about. But there's some things that I'm kind of going back and looking into. So we're definitely going to go there and rehash something. Well, the problem that I have with her going missing before the 15th, and I considered that thought until I went to Rogersville, and I went to and talked to people in the area. So I went to the Sonic, and they went there after the watering hole, right? So I'm talking to the manager because the workers were told, well, we don't talk about that around here. So they went and got a manager, and he, oh, really? Share that with me, single mom. Share some of that with me. I'll talk about it. I mean, I'll talk about it. But the manager had told me that I think the vehicles should have been dissected. I mean, for real, dissected. So I don't know, but they didn't do it. I don't understand it. Don't understand it. But the manager at the Sonic was telling me that he's like, oh, we're not supposed to talk about this. And I was like, well, I'm just like talking to him like a person, I'm a grandma. And he's like, yeah, I got a 5-year-old. And we just got kind of talking personally. He said, well, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but, they had law enforcement. He said there was FBI coming by. They wanted they wanted to know if anyone remembered seeing him that day. Someone remembered seeing Summer, that she was saying hi to him and kind of bouncing around in the truck. And then they finally found the footage and turned it over to them. But they were on tape. So the fact that if what he's saying is true, if what he's telling me is true, then Summer was alive that day. And Chris Madonna said that they were on camera at the Walgreens. I don't know if Summer was on there, but Cracking Cases said that they went into the discount tobacco store, not the hippie house, the other one where they got the twisted tea, and that Summer had gone into that store with Candace. So I don't know, there's so many unknowns here. We just don't know. I wish all the information would come out. Grandis and Cam, they weren't on tape. Chris Madonna said they weren't on tape. I thought he said that he had a timestamp that they were there. Guardian Granny. I thought he said that he had a timestamp of, what was it, 2:30 or something like that. Huh. Oh, not Summer. Oh, I got you. I'm sorry. I didn't read that right. Summer wasn't on camera, but Grandis and Candace was. And then you got to go to, okay, well, Grandis says that they stayed there and waited for the prescriptions. And then you got Candace saying, we just dropped it off and went swimming. So if Grandis and Candace, if they were both on video, then where's Summer and Hunter? 1:30. Thank you. I knew somebody would remember that for me. Walgreens was 1:33. Tamara. Y'all are the best. I know, right? She could be anywhere. I don't like to think that they could do something to their daughter and just, like, let's say it's an accident, just which I don't think it was. But if it was an accident, how could you, as a parent who loves your child, carried them in your stomach, gave birth to them, discard them? What? Oh my God, Chihuahua. Wait a minute. I haven't heard that Lawson's girlfriend's mother lives on Ben Hill. I'm going to do some digging on that. Let me just jot that down. Anybody know about that? Yeah, Lawson's a shoo-in. He's a shoo-in. I don't know why. Lawson's girlfriend's mother. I'm going to dig in that. Let me tell you. That's interesting. Does anybody know about that? Oh my God. I'm going to put this nasty comment up. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Yeah, Sherfy. I've got pictures of Sherfy and his girlfriend and her mother, and I haven't seen any pictures of them, but I'm kind of iffy about putting the mother and the girlfriend on there. You know who I think? I swear I think Scott H needs to be sheriff over there. That man's tough. Can you imagine? He wouldn't let none of this stuff go on. We had a poll. He won. But Sherfy's sketchy. Everybody's sketchy. You know, that's the problem. Everybody's sketchy. Everybody. You got the Sherfies. You got you, well, we could throw Lawson in there if his girlfriend's mom's down there. Just everybody. We got Fred Hill who's shot somebody in the neck. We've got murders have gone down there. All kinds of drugs, and everybody's beating on everybody, and oh my God, my head could spin. Jeez. It's not even right. It's just not even right. Oh, at 100 Ben Hill? Well, I know people would like to see Sherfy's girlfriend and mother. Yeah, birds of a feather. I say it all the time. Birds of a feather flock together. Honestly. I mean, and okay, I'm going to put this up because the Crypto Zoo. Now, I told you I live in a small town. Now, I used to work at a Christian rehabilitation center, and there was this girl who came through the program, and I mean, to tell you, your skin would crawl if you got near her, because she was like into Satanism stuff, like devil worship. And there was like a group of them in this very small town about 45 minutes from here. And people were coming up missing, animals were coming up missing. And I mean, of course, she did look crazy, but she said that, and of course you tell people, but like, how you don't know who you're talking about. You don't know what kind of lead to give them or anything. But she said that there is a group of people up there that practice like witchcraft and stuff like that, and that they are like literally sacrificing people and animals. It's like, what? And I can't even wrap my head around that. I guess it goes on. I mean, the Satan church is kind of big, isn't it? Oh my God. And I wonder, when I was trying to Google, like, what are the odds 2 people from one family come up missing, and it's like hard to find. You know who's the first one that popped up for me? Rose and Summer. I'm like, what? Where's Jose? That's a good question, because according to Andrew Hiltz, which is Hunter's dad, he's still in contact, or his brother's still in contact with Jose. But apparently, according to him, yeah, Jose got gone. After Dawn came back and they got into that big old fight and ran him off, he supposedly went to Alaska and worked on a fishing boat for a while. Okay. And then from there, he was supposed to be like talking to, I'm writing those down, by the way, y'all. Um, Talking to some Filipino girl and decided that after the season, he was going to go to the Philippines. And according to Andrew, that's where he remains. But who knows? You know? I mean, I even heard the reason that he stayed down in North Carolina was because he may have charges up there in New York. So I don't know. You know, it's like all these people, they're like from all over the place, too. Yeah, I heard that too, that Andrew said that Jose doesn't know anything about it. And I kind of sort of want to believe that because he was gone, wasn't it like almost a year before Summer came up missing? I mean, it was a good while. Tennessee girl. Do you remember how long he was gone? Yeah, black powder gun. Well, he can own that. He can own a black powder gun if you're a felon. Mm-mm. Then he's got his flare gun. And then someone said the gun that was in the window when Chris Medina went, it might have been a like one of them. Oh, what do you call uh arrow guns? Like you put an arrow in it and shoot. Yep, yep, yep. I'm gonna post that because I agree with you on this. Absolutely, I take whatever he says with a grain of salt too, because there's something about him too. I've talked about that before. But yeah, crossbow. Thank you. I couldn't remember. My boys had them too, and I couldn't remember what that was called. But he converted. Huh. Yeah. Isn't everybody? Isn't everybody that surrounds Dawn and Candace a little bit creepy and freaky? Um, to me, everybody. Hmm. I wouldn't mind go sit in one of those hall town meetings. Huh. What are they busy doing? Planning lunch? You know? Compound bows. Yeah, that's what my boys had. Those. Oh yeah. All that stuff. Compound bows. They had BB guns, pellet guns, all that stuff. But we live in the country and we tend to do that. Four-wheelers and dirt bikes and all that stuff. Reconstructing everything in town. Well, that's alarming. I don't like that. And I think we do have to be proactive. And that's why I keep talking about these things, because this is going on whether we want to talk about it or not, or want to think about it. People are out there hurting children, and it has got to stop. I mean, you think about this young boy, he's 25, and he's taken in a child to raise and then victimizes him. It's, oh my God, that's just, mm, mm. Are you talking about Dawn and Candace not being married? I can't find anything that says they are. Their background checks do not show a marriage that's legal. I mean, they may have had some kind of a ceremony. The only person that I see a marriage attached is Dawn, and that would be his first wife, Pam. You know. Oh, what do we do? I mean, what do we do if our police aren't? I mean, I'm really proud of this guy. I mean, he's just been in the department since the first of this year, and he's already got 300 leads. But I want to know where the kids are. You know, we can have these people in jail, and we put them in, and we're going to let them out. $15,000 bond? Are you freaking kidding me? It's like, why aren't they out? Why aren't they with like a $500,000 bond where they can't get out? You know what I mean? It's not right. It's just not right. That makes me so sad. And you know what? You know, foster kids and people who I know this is true. Yep. Yep, she does. She gets benefits, and they're monsters. Everybody that hurts children to me is monsters. It's like that woman who beat her child and killed her little 3-year-old boy. But you know, like I said, there are some really powerful people down in the Ben Hill area, the Beach Creek area. I mean, like as far as like drugs and like cartelish kind of stuff. Um, you know, I just think I can't help but to wonder if the higher ups what they're into. You know, if they have that much control over the area, I don't know. I just yeah, I don't know if she's still getting benefits now. I know I heard she was when she had the kids. Yeah. And you know, part of the problem down here, well, definitely mental health. And I really think that Candace is struggling that way right now. I really do. Um, there's definitely a mental health problem, but I think part of that is long time drug use, in my opinion. Um, where are you? Uh, and Tim Mullins is, God, he's like a thorn in my side. Oh my gosh. And you know, I was listening to him, and I have to force myself to listen to him because I want to hear what he's saying. And all I can say is he talks more about himself than his journey with Summer. You know what I mean? It's all about him and what he's gone through and how he went here and he went there. I don't hear anything about how he's going to help Summer or find Summer. Oh, Lord, I hope not. I hope he doesn't try to get the boys. That would be scary. That would be real scary. Does he have kids? Does anybody know? Does he have kids? I know he lives with his mom. Do y'all know if he has any kids? Oh, I like this, Lisa. This is a very good idea. That might be one way that kids could be monitored. Oh my God, I love it. See, we could really learn stuff from each other. You know what I mean? Like other countries. I mean, we don't all have to be fighting like what's going on right now. It just is just disheartening. Did y'all see? I guess y'all saw Candace on live last night. Did y'all see that before? I think a lot of people clipped that anyway. I just took a couple little things that stood out to me. Yeah, does Tim have a no, Tim Mullen is Sandman. Yeah, you better believe it. if Tim if I hear Tim is trying to get the kids, I'm gonna be over there myself. I'll be like, that ain't happening on my watch. I'll do whatever I can. Yeah, I knew it stayed on all night. And I knew as soon as she woke up and saw her the condition she was in, that would be gone instantly. Uh-huh. I like that. I've always wanted to go to Sydney. And yeah, I want to post this because do or diddy. Because you know what? When these children, like what Dawn's done to, um, I know that Jim Goat is one of his aliases. Yeah. And also Tim eBay Mullins, weird, right? And William Goad is used by Candace, has been used by Candace as an alias. Come over to the UK. I'm scared to fly. I used to fly all the time when I was younger, and I did sales, and I'd fly so much that I developed a phobia. Now, to the thought of getting on an airplane, I would have a panic attack. And I don't think I could take a boat either in the middle of the ocean. I think that would freak me out too. I'm stuck. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Candace does. Man, I got a stack of papers. I got like all that stuff. Oh Lord. Um, let's see. She has Candy Bly, Candace Wells Bly. All the variations like that. But the one that stood out to me was William Goad. Oh gosh. Karen Goad was his mom. Oh Lord, that's funny. Um, yeah, it's but like there's just so many. Where is Summer? That's what I want to know. Where is this baby? What happened to her? That last picture that was taken. She was standing next to the little girl, and she's like all hunched over, and she just like looked kind of sickly in that picture. Do y'all know which one I'm talking about? She had like on pants and yeah, Karen Goad. Um, and had that little dress, and she's standing next to her little friend. She did not look well to me. Did not look well. I can't wait to hear. I know it's heartbreaking. I look at some of those pictures this summer, and oh god, I just can't. Man, pitiful, pitiful, pitiful. Her hair's not brushed. Her little teeth, thin, puny looking. It's heartbreaking. And none of the boys really looked happy either. I think I really only saw one of the kids, one of the boys that would look like he had a genuine smile, um but the rest of them just look so sad all the time. And I think it's because they're so selfish and self-absorbed in you know, their fixes and drinking and fighting. And who are you talking to, Donnie? Don't talk to Cher. Don't talk to Sissy. Get off that phone and fighting and oh my Lord. And you know that had to have been going on before, not just after, you know. Did y'all hear? Somebody told me this, one of my amazing subs. Y'all have got the best information. One of the subs said that Chris Madonna, and I didn't hear this, so I don't know. I'm just relaying what she told me. That he made a statement like they might be getting close to seeing what happened to Rose. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Anybody hear that? And you know, the boys, you know, they have to have behavior issues because what did they grow up in? They that's what they grew up in. They're used to being around partying and just, and I can't imagine that um that Dawn and Candace made sure, hey, y'all got to eat. You got to, go get a shower, get ready for bed, be in bed by 9:30. That didn't happen. If there's partying and stuff, just can't see that happening. Chris McDonough did say that. I really hope so, because maybe, just maybe, and if by some miracle there is some kind of connection, maybe we'll find Summer. You know, don't y'all find it weird that Rose's car was found in, what was it, Grantsburg, where Grandis's house was? Muffin Top, Guardian Granny, Your Royal Highness, Mimi Jeans, Chihuahua, Leon Evans, Grandma Rose. I'll tell you a little bit of gossip. I don't know if this is true. Somebody emailed me and said that, you know how Candace has like a wish list? You know those, like them belly things that you can put on and make you look like you're pregnant? Like that was on her wish list. Did anyone see that? I thought, is that a scam in the future? I'm pregnant, I need help. Can you give me some cash? Can you hit my Cash App? I don't even know how to use a Cash App. That's how techie I am. You did you see it? Oh my gosh! Wow, muffin top, muffin top, brutal, brutal, brutal. Be honest. Seriously, what is the deal with that? Like, I mean, why would you need that? Why would you need a fake stomach? That's weird. Yeah, the oldest was separated from the younger two. I heard that the oldest boy was having some behavior issues, and the younger two went into the same home, if they're still in the same place. And I really hope that the oldest one is getting some help. I mean, he's 13. Dawn was 13. I don't like to think like that, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Don was absolutely holding on for dear life that first interview, saying that he'll see Summer in the resurrection. Buddy, I'd have been like, what did you just say? If I was the interviewer, I'd be like, why are you saying that? You know? Yeah. I think there was a lot of grooming going on. And I don't think, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I don't think just from Dawn. I think like Candace having issues with the young boys is an equal problem. And, there's supposed to be like data about that. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's thank you. Yeah. I mean, to me, I mean, when her and Allie started hanging out, let's see, they haven't hung out for what, a year? And then they hung out for a couple years before that, before things fell apart. So, like, that's 3 years. And Hunter just turned 16. So he could have easily been 12, 13 years old. And yeah, yeah. And I think we got to watch our kids. That's what I keep harping on. We got to watch our kids. We got to be aware of what's going on in the world. We got to even watch for the other. Yeah, that trip to Jonesboro was interesting. The Eastman plant, I can't even begin to tell you how massive it was. It was like a whole city in itself. Yeah, no, Hunter now he just turned 16, I think. He just had a birthday. And, but if, if they haven't hung out for a year and then they hung out for 2 years. So, like, Candace was around him when he was a little boy. Why? I don't know how. I just can't go there. I just don't get it. I don't understand that thinking in the least little bit. Yeah. Oh, well, well, that's pretty sneaky if she did that. Or if she's thinking like that, but it's quite possible, really. Yeah, there was Reverend Donna. She was like really into this case for a while, and I thought, I've heard this. People are like, it's a social experiment, and none of it's real. Uh, you don't think Candace was driving that day? There were so many sheds and buildings that were empty at Eastman, like vacant. Do you think you say you think it was Photoshopped? Do you think like to make her look paler or healthier? The photo looked different to me than the video. Do you agree or you don't agree? It is so crazy about how many people you got to look into just to even get kind of a inkling of what's going on over there. But do y'all think the photo is photoshopped of Summer? So do you think that it's like to give her more color? I think she okay. Like to me, yeah, I thought the photo looked different than the video myself. And I can't wait to hear what Chris Medetta's people come back with. I don't know who originally, um, checked out the photo and decided that she was fine in that picture, but um, I'm gonna this right here, crypto. There are a lot of female teachers abusing boys, and in my opinion, they're not getting a harsh enough sentence either. I don't understand. Like, I don't. know why it's any different for a female that molest a child than a male who molests a child. It's the same thing in my book, you know. It's the same thing. Dotson was made Summer very uncomfortable. But why? Can anybody explain to me why this is such a like a problem? I mean, like, why? I don't get it. Makes no sense. I mean, don't don't think bad of me for saying this, but there's plenty of easy people in the world if you want to just go sleep around, or you know what I mean? Why you got to mess with a little innocent baby that can't protect herself, and him or her, and then you damage them for the rest of their life. And then they're lucky through counseling if they can function after something like that. And then all these people that I was telling y'all about today, 64, 26, 27, 23, 25, 24, and 16. Somebody's teaching. I mean, I just can't see that this is just like, this has got to be a learned behavior. I mean, it's got to be. Yeah, the one I saw this one picture, and I mean to tell you, my skin crawled, and I'm sure it was photoshopped, but I wouldn't even know how to do that. But they had made her eyes look like they were open a little bit, and you could see like her little blue eyes, and I was like, oh gosh. And I didn't know if someone just cleaned it up or what, but then it turned out that it was Photoshop. But who's sick enough to do that? Who's sick enough to even do that? Because I want to know where she is. I don't want. Oh, mm, mm. Oh, really? I wouldn't even have a clue how to do that. I can't even pull up pictures for y'all on here. Oh my God. Wow. Mm-mm. You think maybe like people who have like anorexia and stuff like that, who like, I've heard, and I don't know, but that like at some point in their childhood, they may, feel like a lack of control of their life. And then so that's one way that they can, you know, like control the things around them is like by controlling. I don't know. I'm gonna have to study on that one. I don't think it can be rehabilitated, and that's what the sheriff was saying. If someone is looking at, I have been over to Wicked News. I have. Um, if someone's just looking at images that they will most likely go on to offend, that is scary. Well, one, why are you looking at a child, and then go on um, to abuse children and then damage these poor babies. I mean, you look at Jeannie, she's still having a hard time 40 some odd years later, 40 years later. She's still going through it. And you think about this is just 7 people they caught, and I'm going to bring it up again because it's mind boggling. They said that it's very advanced cyber, whatever, the photos and stuff. Who's Jeannie? Jeannie is Dawn Wells' stepsister. And when she was 3 years old, she came out when Summer came up missing. She came out and called the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and told them that Dawn had been molesting her from age 3 to, what was it, 12? He was 12 to 19, and she 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 that was the first time she'd ever talked about it. And she's like on the road to healing, I hope now, not holding it in anymore. But her and is it 6 or 7 people? Is there 7 or 8 in all that have come forward against Don, saying that he's been inappropriate with them in the past? And there's actually charges on him, even though he's sitting in jail. And there's so many right there in that area. 7 so far, yes. And allegedly, or it's speculation that he may have been doing that with Summer as well. And she's not here, so one is too many. Absolutely. One is too many. And I realized Don's had his share of whatever in jail, when he was in jail. That happened to him. That's not right either. But so, okay, so I heard, so they've not been hanging out for a year, and they hung out for 2 years. So if you go back, I mean, not counting this year, and I've actually reached out to Allie. I'm hoping that I can get up with her because I have some questions for her too. I've reached out to a lot of people. I'm just waiting to hear back, hoping they'll talk to me. Yep, I think that Dawn won't be getting out in 5 months. I think Dawn and Candace both are kind of dead inside. They're kind of numb from all the drugs and alcohol and abuse that they have given and taken. Candace also has domestic violence. She also has battery, and so does Dawn. So, and then theft and drugs, and yeah. But I hope that Chris Medona's team can find out what happened to Rose. That would be really, really great. But I did find it interesting that it was in the same town as Grandis's. And what is that guy's name? Carlos Marcos? No, what is it? Marcos. Geez, I don't think I have it right here. What's his name, y'all? Marcos. He's a sex offender, and that is Grandis's step nephew. Yes, step nephew, and he's a violent offender. Yes, Marcos. Yeah, Marcos. Yeah. What's his first name? Is it Carlos? I'm drawing a blank. What are my facts? No, did I say she was 3? No, she was 5. I know that. Up. Sorry. If I said that, I was not 7 charges. I've heard that there are 7 people that have come forward against Dawn. And you're correct. She's not 3. Did I say that? Sorry if I did. Chris, that's his first name. Yes. You're right, self-made mom. But did you not hear there were 7 people that came forward? According to Chris Madonna, there's been 7. I heard Mary, and I hope it's not true, but I mean, I believe that victims need their, their say. I didn't think they need to get it out. He did say 7. I thought so too. But if I said 3, that is not correct. That is not right. I know that for sure that Jeannie was 5. Thank you for pointing that out to me. I appreciate that. Yeah, 7 alibis. Yeah. And I was going to tell you, I heard, hey, self-made mom, have you heard that Mary may have withdrawn her charges or dropped them? I don't know if that's true. I, but I did hear that. Yep, Jennifer. He sure did say that. You know, the the thing, I keep thinking about Dawn saying a couple things. About saying they'll never find any evidence, and that bothers me. Yes, thank you. Yes, 5 and 12. That's right. And then he was 19 when it stopped, right? And she was 12 or something like that. I hope she doesn't drop the charges. But you, And then the other thing that there's no evidence. Like, how does he say that? No evidence. Let me post that. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, fair. I mean, evidently, I mean, she was able to get away, but you know what? Didn't they actually track that guy down? Hey, Flip Flop. Um, didn't they track one of the guys down that was there that day? Maybe he said something different from what Mary said. I don't know. But if he gets, if he gets charges for Jeannie, that'll be good. He won't get out for a while. I don't know who all the other people are, though. I know that Jeannie had a friend. We know that one, and Jeannie and Mary. I don't know who the other 4 are. Have y'all heard anything about that? We don't have harsh enough punishments for this kind of act. And like I said, these guys got out on $15,000 bond. That's a slap in the face for the victims. And we don't even know where all these kids are. And I got a problem with that. There's somebody's got to know something. Jeannie had a friend that went and spent the night at her house one day, and Dawn tried to mess with her and scared her pretty good. Yes, Warren is a monster. Yes, he is. I have checked him out. Mm-hmm. she really does. She looked hateful. I believe Jeannie. I think she's so emotional about it. Something happened. I mean, she can't even hardly talk. It's heartbreaking that she's had to live this long with that, and thankful to her, she you know she opened up the, the officer's eyes for Summer, you know. Yeah, and can you explain that to me? Why would they give more time for drugs than child molesters? I mean, who is not valuing our children any better than that? Oh my God. And Grandis, to me, she looked like she was really struggling to concentrate in that last interview. She looked like she was really struggling to try to remember, allegedly. Let's see. That's true. And honestly, they're going to have their day in court. And, but, I do believe her. I really do. I think, Jennifer, you are right. I think that he knew right what to say and to get Grandis all riled up and Candace, and it bit them in the butt. Yes, I've seen Sherry. She's got a mustache. Wax that thing. Yep. Grandis, she was like having trouble with her eye contact. She was having trouble remembering, leaving out details. Yeah, Flip Flop, you got to see Sherry. You got to see Sherry. Hey, did y'all, y'all are the ones to ask, what is Leslie's last name? Because she's got a son that's got charges, and I wanted to look into him a little bit. Does any Hill? Thank you. I knew you would know. I knew y'all would know. Yeah, she really is. And True's staying with her. She did. Her voice did. Hey, Alaska, my friend. She did. Yeah, she couldn't even remember where they went. I agree with you, Pippi Longstocking. There are a lot of people who can overcome that, but there's a lot of people who do continue to offend. But I've wondered if, like, if it's happened to a woman, they're less likely to offend because, like, we'll use Jeannie as an example. She seems to have kind of held tight to her kids and watched out after them. And I am going to check that out, Jennifer, because I've been trying to find out her name, and all I had to do is ask y'all her last name. And they're not friends anymore. My prayers are with y'all who have endured that. I have personally been through horrible domestic violence, and I raised my kids not to raise your hand to anyone, and that's my daughter as well as my boys. And God bless you. I mean, really, all of you. I can't imagine, because just with the domestic violence that I went through, it lingers. It lingers. Even every now and again, and it's been years now, I think you're right about that. that she did separate herself, and she had to. She had to do whatever she could to, um, to maintain her sanity, you know. I hate that she's having to relive it. I think that would be horrible. Um, but I hope her talking about it helps her heal, you know. I mean, sometimes talking about it, you don't know how many people you can help by talking about things you've gone through, you know. Yep, survivor. Y'all are survivors. I mean, I am too. Not from that, but I'll have to share my story on here with y'all. I went through a lot, but y'all are survivors. And, I really hope um, that these boys can get some help. And, oh, oh my gosh. See, so many of us gone through so many bad things. And it's a long road. After I got out of my domestic situation, I started to, oh, prayers. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for all of you. And I started volunteering my time. Man, see, we're all a family over here. I started volunteering my time at the Reach Domestic Violence Shelter, and was sitting in there with, other girls that were going through it. I personally, it, you know, it did me as much good to talk about it because I had made it out of that situation. And oh no, why? Why? Because of all the bad in the world, or just your anxiety, or what? Hi, Chris. Welcome. But it does do some good to get those feelings out, and if you can help somebody else, that's like the best thing. Yes. Yep. Scared of people. I used to be kind of like, I would have panic attacks in crowds, and I've gotten a lot better with that over the years. But hey, who's a creepy guy? Who's a creepy looking guy? Giggles. And you know what? I did a story about this guy um, over in the UK, and it was like in his, it's on here. I forget how old he was. He was in his 80s, and his his victims finally got justice, but he's in his 80s. He's already lived his life and ruined all these people's lives, and that's not justice to me. I agree. Here we go. I think if there was a stiffer penalty, looking at 50 years, first offense, then It would probably be a deterrent a little bit, I would think, because they're not looked too kindly on in jail, so it's not going to be pretty in there. And I have honestly, uh, my awareness has really been heightened from all this. Um, you can't help it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that so many of us have gone through all of that. Gypsy. If we were in a third world country, they'd like chop it off or whatever. That's why I do want to, it's depressing to think about. I mean, all this stuff, but it's really going on. And then you look at all of us. I mean, it sticks with you. So they're like really damaging these children, if these children even make it out. And in my opinion, like hurting a child should be like one of the stiffest penalties, like murder or, first degree murder. You're really killing somebody slowly. I mean, you're killing them inside. Just because they're still standing doesn't mean that they're not going through all kinds of stuff. And they don't change. So, okay, they served their 8 years, okay? Okay, they served their 8 years. That their sick desires and stuff doesn't go away. You know? Oh, makes me sad. See, like this is important because like we're like talking to each other and we're like, you know, and we're like we all can relate in some way. And they do always blame the victim. It's just like Dawn. Oh, Jeannie started it. Oh, oh, don't tell her part. Y'all are all on my prayer list. Absolutely. See, and it's not right. Victims need to be, we don't need to be saying, oh, if a girl gets raped, then, oh, well, what was she wearing? No, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter what she's wearing. It doesn't matter because it's not her fault. It's the sick mind of that person. Yes, justice for Summer. Little Summer. See, and it's not y'all's fault. It's not my fault. For a while I was like, I mean, at first I was like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't, but then they mentally abuse you too. It's not just a physical thing. The mental stuff sticks a very long time. And I cannot imagine See, we got to have stiffer rules. That's all. That's what it boils down to. And it upsets me that Lawson's not taking a bigger stand on this, because this baby, oh my God, some of these pictures and her holding her little self. Oh, mm, it's heartbreaking. Yes, absolutely. And my dad, when I started watching this, or paying attention, because I really care. He's like, "You're getting it too into this," but I can't help it. I care about Summer, and I want her found. I want justice for her, and we just got to keep talking about her. We got to keep her name out there. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Yeah, Summer is. She's representing all the little children out there that have been mistreated, that have been neglected. It's all these kids out there that need help. And she's precious. Can you imagine if she was given the proper, caring and love and attention? Like, she could have been anything. A pianist, a doctor, a nurse, a counselor, an activist. Yeah, the West parents just make me sick. She stole my heart too. Yeah, her case got so big because, I mean, we all can relate in one way or another. You know what I mean? And you see these little children, clothes that are too big, shoes that are too big, not clean, looking thin, looking puny. And, you know, I hope that just everything that Summer is not going to be forgotten, not by me or anyone. She has changed my life. She has changed the way I look at the world. She has changed um, everything. Who? ST. Can you elaborate on that? I'm not sure what you mean. But we've all gone through stuff. Y'all have gone through this stuff, so y'all know. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Oh, didn't their beds look like, they almost look like prison bunk beds to me? I mean, it was obvious Dawn built them, but they look like prison bunk beds. And no blankets, no pillows. Sad. And trafficking is huge. And why is that so huge? Yeah, so do mine. My dogs have better sleeping areas. Yeah. Giggles. Yeah, I've started noticing a lot of things that I didn't notice before. It's sick. It's a sickness. Yep. Yep. There was a bust in Florida. There was a bunch of was it like 30 something people that work for Disney and were trafficking children out of there. What the? Children are supposed to come first. Yep, Summer's Law. Mm, heavy. Feels so heavy. Yep, Summer's Law. Mm. We can't let her life be in vain. We have to do something positive. We have to, yeah, I do know that Disney creators, yeah, yep. Yeah, it's a global problem. I think Summer just kind of loved everybody. This is so true. Right down the road from me, self-made mom. Um, I pass it every day, and I keep thinking I'm going to take a picture and just like show y'all because they've lived there, and everybody's tried to do something about these people, and the yard has just grown and grown and grown, and they're like on meth and stuff like that, and like nothing gets done. It I think part of the problem is our law, you know. Y'all got my heart so much, y'all just don't know. Y'all really do. There's a special place in hell for these people. There really is. Yeah. Yeah. And why doesn't the law put value on our children? Why? They're our future. We're supposed to be loving and nurturing them and raising them up in the way they should go, not enslaving them and hurting them. And mm, yeah, no, it's good. I think it's good. Well, I just care about y'all too. um, it's just, it's just, why are people so mean? Why are people so hateful? It just, maybe we ought to go. You know what we ought to do? We ought to all go and like pick it outside the sheriff's department down there. Just stand there. Not like Molly Golightly and them, Bullhorn. We don't want to do that. Yeah. Hmm. All we can do is try to do better for our children than we grew up with. No, it's not our world. Yep. Yep. We're visiting. But summer has brought a lot of awareness to a bunch of us, I think. She has me. And we would have never met, any of us. And I agree with you. That's what I've said. Like if we're out in public and we see something wrong, we need to be bold enough to to say something, to call 911. Even if we're wrong. It's okay if we're wrong. I mean, but we might have saved a child too. I do think so, Marlene. I do think that because of how big this is and all of us not letting it go, I think that they have to look closer at this. It would be irresponsible for them not to. You know? Yeah. Sad. You know? Y'all are beautiful people, if no one's told you today. Y'all really are. We don't like fight over here. It's so nice. I mean, if I'm ever wrong, um, do point that out because I don't want to ever pass on. Yes, little monkey, little Michael, where are you? Sweet little boy. Wasn't he precious? Isn't he precious? Because we don't know where he is. I hate that he was like a wanderer. But see, Summer wasn't. So that makes me, you know, I don't think she wandered off. That's my opinion. Oh my gosh, yes, harmony. Hmm. And serenity. Mm. I think we're all like mature enough over here to like disagree and say it's okay. I don't, y'all don't, I mean, we all have our own opinions and that's okay and our views. And sometimes it helps to bounce things off of each other. If we don't agree, y'all make me think all the time. All the time. Y'all make me think of things and look at things in a little bit different view and I mull it over. Gypsy. Yep. And see, that's what I don't understand. Like I've said things that made people mad, and I don't mean to. I mean, I apologize if I've upset someone, but it's just my opinion. I know. I know. Kids are so precious. How can anyone hurt them? They're the most innocent. And yes, Mama, our children aren't valued. Why? That's not right. That's cool. Hey, if you don't agree, spit it out. We want to hear it. Don't we all? Absolutely. This would be the best case scenario is that Summer was taken to protect her and hidden safely. Safely. That would be freaking amazing. Because, nobody, I've said it before, nobody wants to believe that a mom and a dad can harm their child. It's like unfathomable to me. I can't imagine it. I would never, you know, I wouldn't hurt anybody's kids. If I'm ever around somebody's child, nieces, nephews, whatever, grandkids, whatever, friends, like even when my kids were growing up, I was like the team mom. It's like I was watching out for all of them. Our voices should matter. And it's like are the law enforcement so lazy they don't want to just I don't have any mods. I haven't needed any so far. Uh, you know, but if something did happen, karma's bitch. Oh, those two little boys. It's heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. How can you hurt? They were so cute. Yeah, you're adopted parents. You adopt them because you want to give them a better life. Yes, guardian granny. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to be all like-minded and we can't. It's good. I mean, that's how that we're supposed to be able to bounce things off of each other. It's good. I like it. How could those people do that? How could those adopted parents go in front of the camera like that, all like calm and oh, we just want to know. Ugh. There's got to be better background checks or something, or like maybe some kind of like a mental test or something like they do with police officers. Yeah, here's the thing. There's so many people in the world that would take a child and actually give them a good home. If you are tired of your children, you don't harm them. You give them to somebody that will care for them. How many of us, I bet every single one of us would have taken any one of those kids in. Any one of them. And I'm kind of, I really hope that the boys are me too, flip flop. Yes, Gypsy. Absolutely. I, in a heartbeat. My kids are grown. My grandkids, they all have lives. I could take a baby. I could take a kid. Some love and appreciation for Mama Lioness. It's awesome. And that's what adoption's supposed to be. You know, supposed to love them and care for them. I don't know how they sleep at night. I hardly do. You know how many nights I've gone to sleep and like wake up in the middle of the night thinking about last night. I woke up in the middle of the night. Started thinking about like all this stuff, trying to figure out you know, what is going on. And You know, and I've said it a lot that I hope the boys are getting the therapy and love, and, you know, that I hope that they're giving them a better understanding of how things could be. I hope they're in a good spot. You always love your babies. I mean, it don't matter if they're 50, you still love your babies. My youngest just turned 24. And then I got one up to 29. I think we all gotta tell our stories. Yeah. I know. I know. These kids have like changed all of our lives. All of our lives. I think about these kids, the boys too. It's not just Summer, it's the boys too. Mm. Oh. Oh. See, God. Mm. People hide behind things. That's why when I was talking to that drug trafficking hotline thing, they said it could be anybody, 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 judges, lawyers, pastors. I think a lot of us have an angry child in us inside sometimes. Y'all are awesome. Well, we've been here for over 2 hours now. Believe that? I guess we ought to call it a night. Really enjoyed talking with y'all and getting to know y'all some more. Doctors, social workers. Yeah, I did a story about a doctor in Rogersville who was molesting a boy that was staying with him. You know. Oh yeah. I've always been proactive, but man, you know those grandbabies. You know, you love them grandbabies. Well, I guess I'll get off here. It's wonderful to be here, I think, too. It's nice talking to y'all. You know what I should have done? And I didn't even think about it. I was just like, you know, reading, and I should have invited y'all up, and like we could have had a big old panel. Happy hour. Yep. And you know the sad thing is no matter how hard you try, you still screw up. They don't come with but we're not doing this to our children, you know. But anyway, well, really appreciate you guys a whole lot. Think a lot of you, and I hope y'all have a great night. I know it's not right. We can't let them normalize this. Let's end it on that because cannot let this be normal. It's not normal. It's not normal at all. It's wrong. And y'all are survivors and overcomers. I love that word in the Bible, overcomers. That's what we all are. I think y'all have a good soul. Well, y'all have a great night, and I'll talk to y'all soon, okay? Oh, I'll upload those pictures of the scumbags. Okay. I forgot about that. I'll upload those so y'all can see. Okay. All right. Have a great night. Maybe I can figure this share screen thing out. Oh, y'all are so appreciated. Good night.